learning lessons from everybody, you know. And I was getting pretty good. I was getting work, and one time I got to open up for Rick Danko at a place called the Bayou. Now the Bayou was about a 500-seater. Eddie Murphy did one of his specials there. It was a famous place in Washington, D.C., and I was really excited to open up for Danko because I loved the band, and they had split after the last waltz, and this was his first stop on his new national tour. He's going to come out as a solo act for the first time. So I'm there, I'm excited, I'm going to meet Danko, I can't wait to do this, you know, I prepared, I'd written like a lot of little band jokes, references to songs, lyrics, I was really ready for this, I was really ready. So one of the, Dave Williams was Cellar Door Productions had owned the place and they ran the press. He came up to me, he said, look, the place was packed. He said, look, the band's late, they're just getting here now, so you have a choice, you can do your act after they set up for the band, or you could do your act while they're setting up. And I just had enough knowledge to know I better do it now while they're setting up, because once they set up this band, they're not going to want to see anybody but Danko because they're already late. And he said, good move, that's a good move. So while the roadies are bringing the equipment in, they introduced me, and I'm sure thinking, you know, they go, please welcome comedian Rich Scheidner. And I come out. Now, the audience doesn't really see me come out as something different, just another roadie walking out, but I don't have any equipment. So I take the mic and I start interviewing the roadies. I'm interviewing the guys setting up. I'm being funny. I'm being quick. I'm interviewing people in the audience, and then I'm kind of working my bits in, and then I'm working in more and more bits and less interviewing. And finally, I had this long piece about going to rock concerts, which everybody was doing back then, and that's what they were doing. And I see the guy, the sound man, Mitch. He gives me the sign, wrap it up, and so I go into this piece, and I finish up real strong, and I go, "You're gonna love Danko, coming out, Rick Danko, good night." And they go, "Rah!" Like 600 people just, "Rah!" And it was the best reaction I ever got. I was like, whoa. They're like, wow. And I come off stage, and people are handing me joints and putting Coke in my hand, and they're giving me shots, and I'm walking back, and I'm like, yeah. And I get to the back, and Rick Danko's standing there, his manager's like, unbelievable. I never saw anybody take over an audience like that since Steve Martin. You're going on tour with us, man. You're going on tour. I'm going to manage you. I'm going to make you huge. Come here. And they bring me in the back, and there's this, I'd never seen this much Coke in my life. There's a plate. Just Coke piled up. They go, go at it. And there's good-looking women around. And I'm like, yeah. And everybody's like, yeah. And I'm doing Coke, and I'm drinking. I'm like, wow. And Dave Williams hands me my money, and he says, that was the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. I said, yeah, man, yeah. So they go, come on. And the manager grabs, come on, now watch Rick. So we go out to the back of the room, and Danko goes out, they introduce him, and he comes out, and the band starts to play, which, you know, starts to play Stage Fright, which I love that song. They start to play Stage Fright. I'm like, yeah. And Danko stops, and he goes, you fuckers aren't ready to rock and roll. And he drops his pants, and he moons the crowd, and he leaves. Now, the band keeps kind of playing because they're not sure. I can see it. They're not sure if this is part of his act, you know, but next thing you know, he comes flying by us. He's into the dressing room, you know. I go, wow. And the manager goes in. I'm smoking a cigarette, drinking. I'm like, wow, that's something else. Yeah. I guess that's the way rock and roll goes, you know. Yeah. He needs a little tune-up before he gets out, you know. And then all of a sudden, the manager comes out and says, you got to go hold him, man. Go hold him. Go out there and hold him. I go, I'm your man. Don't worry. And I go back out on the stage, you know, and I go, hey, folks. They're like, boo! I'm trying to do comedy. I don't have any bits left. I'm drunk. I'm high. I'm doing Carlin bits with a punchline from Robert Klein. I'm all confused. I'm all over the place. They're getting angrier and angrier. Like, see, they thought I was just the funniest roadie they ever saw. Now the roadie's back, and they're not happy to see him. They're booing. Now they're starting to throw things at the stage. I mean, whole drinks are coming up at me, lit cigarettes. So I go behind a drum kit because I'm drunk, and I start narrating it like it's a war. You know, incoming. And now the things are reaching the drum kit. They're hitting the drum kit, the cymbals, glasses are hitting it. And all of a sudden, Mitch up there's like, get out of there. And I come off to the stage, and Dave Williams is standing there by the stage. He says, we'll have you back another time, but it's best you don't go through that crowd. And he kicks over the side there, and he throws me into the alley. And the door slams behind me. It starts raining. I go, wow, man. That was the whole showbiz ride there, right there.